guys? Welcome back to another beer review. Tonight we're checking out a beer. I just got a care package in the mail from my two beer bros, Eric and John. They are the proprietors of Blackboard Beer Reviews. I guess technically it's Eric's channel, but John does a bunch of reviews with him. Sent me a bunch of beers from the Midwest, and the first one that we are going to check out today is Lightspeed from Toppling Goliath, another Toppling beer. I've had a couple toppling beers, and King Sue is one of my favorite beers ever. Now that I had that when Mike was gone, and then I had the latest batch when he came back, and it was mind blowing. Love Pseudo Sue. They sent me a bottle of Zealander. I reviewed Zealander. It was a little, what was it, like 3 or 4 months ago maybe, and it was good. It wasn't, I don't think it was as good as it is now that Mike's back again. But yeah, long story short, I got a bunch of beers, a bunch more Toppling beers to review. So really looking forward to them. This is their pale ale. I think it's in the 5% range. I forgot to look it up. Before I turn this on, you'll see it in the description or the title of the video. But yeah, pale ale from Toppling, brewed with Millennium and Falconer's Flight hops. I don't know if I've had a lot of beers with Millennium hops. Falconer's Flight is like a blend of hops. I did a little bit of research the other day when I was trying to figure out what they were, because I wasn't sure what Falconer's Flight was. I guess there was a brewer up in Oregon in the Pacific Northwest that I think he recently passed away, but I don't know if he came up with the blend or what, but it's named after him. His last name was Falconer, and it's a blend. I think it's a blend of 7 different hops, and they are all Pacific Northwest hops. I think it's like Citra. I think there's Centennial, Chinook. I think it might be all the C hops: Cascade, Citra, Centennial. I'd have to look it up again, but it's like a hop blend, and then Millennium hops. So I think this is like in the 5.5% range, and I do believe that Lightspeed is a Star Wars reference. So there you go. This might be a little cold still. It's been sitting out for about 15 minutes, but I want to get into it. I will say, in fairness to this bottle, I think this was bottled on July 7th, so we're right at about 3 months old. So I don't know. I mean, we've always talked about hoppy beers usually get 90 days, so we're right about there. So yeah, I'm interested to check this one out. I know Eric really likes this beer. I'm not sure what John's thoughts are on it. I'd have to look. And by the way, subscribe and check out their channel. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description below. So this beer pours an awesome, it looks like juice. It is hazy. It looks, I mean, we've talked about it before, it looks like a Hefeweizen kind of. You cannot see anything through that. I cannot tell what the carbonation's like, but it poured an awesome, like, I don't know, finger's worth of just a fluffy, pillowy looking tiny bubbles in the head of that. This beer looks absolutely amazing. Just haze for days, as Eric says. Isn't that right? Haze for days, yeah, that's what he says. So let's go ahead and check out the aroma on this one. Yeah, I get lots of orange juice. This is very much like a New England smelling beer to me. There's just a ton of citrus. Orange is the predominant aroma that I'm getting, but there's grapefruit in there, like bitter grapefruit peel, orange peel, oranges, tangerines. This actually, I mean, the aroma on it is still good for being, 3 months old. And it's still I think it's a little cold, which is a bummer, but it'll change as it warms up. I'm gonna try and warm it up my hands a little bit. It's actually not that warm out in this garage today. Like, usually it's fucking stupid hot, like a sauna out here, but it's not that hot today. But yeah, it smells like juice. There's a little bit of herbaceous note in there. It almost smells like, it's weird. It reminds me a lot of how a Treehouse beer would smell, but just kind of dialed back. Yeah, it's just tons of citrus for me. Oranges, tangerines, grapefruit peel, orange peel. You get like bitter citrus. This is, I mean, predominantly for me, just citrus. So yeah, it smells great. Let's go ahead and dig in. Eric, John, thank you, sir. Cheers. Oh, that's nice still. It is. It's just super, just citrus. It's like a citrus bomb. oranges, orange peel, grapefruit peel. Middle of the mouth, you get a nice bitterness. It just kind of rolls across your palate. Yeah, it actually lingers for a little bit. That might just be being a little bit cold too. Mouthfeel on this one's great. I like the mouthfeel on this. It's very, not quite to like creamy, but I would say it's a medium mouthfeel for a pale ale, especially in the 5% range. It's like velvety. It's velvety. But yeah, the orange peel and the grapefruit peel, the bitterness is awesome. There's like I said, there's that, the herbaceous note, middle of the mouth. And then there's even like a dankness that's coming through in this. Like that dank kind of like earthy, grassy kind of thing. It's a little sweet on the finish, which is nice because it kind of balances that bitterness that's there middle of the mouth. I don't know if when this is really fresh, if it has that kind of bitterness that I'm getting with this. And I don't know if like the hops kind of fade after, it's, 3 months old. If the hops are kind of fading and the bitterness and the sweet kind of breadiness of the malts are coming out. But this is really, really easy drinking, super easy drinking. I don't think, as far as like a pale ale goes, it's different, but I still think like Pseudo Suv is, I think it's better than this one. This is good though. I like this a lot. There's actually like a little bit of a berry note too coming out. Now this is warming up. It's like is it blueberries? And it's not like blueberry. We've talked about this. I think that's just part of the hops. It's like something sweet, like a berry kind of a sweetness thing. It almost reminds me of Mosaic, but I don't think there's Mosaic in that hop blend. I don't think there is at all. It might be, I don't know what hop that is that's doing that. But yeah, this is really, really good. I like the citrus. I like the bitterness. I like the dankness. I like the herbaceousness that you're getting in. And that sweet kind of berry note that's there right now, it's awesome. Super easy drinking. I like this a lot. This is better than most pale ales on the West Coast, that's for sure. I like the mouthfeel. This is a good beer. Really, really good. It is. The bitterness is still there, middle of the mouth, but when the finish on that thing, it's like the bready kind of sweetness. It's with that. It's nice. And you're also getting like that kind of berry thing, and then all that citrus kind of comes back and hangs out. Good stuff. I don't know what the Millennium hops, what the profile is for that, what it's supposed to smell and taste like, but this is, it's mainly citrus for me. It's like orange juice. It's delicious. So that's Lightspeed from Toppling Goliath. As far as the grade goes on this one, I would love to have this really, really fresh just to see what it's like, but I'm going to go 93 on this one. Awesome stuff. It's an A beer for sure. Not quite to like the world-class pale ales like Lights On from Treehouse, or even Pseudo Suv we've talked about. I think I don't know. I've had Zombie Dust a couple times lately, and it just wasn't that great. But the first time I ever had that, it was like it was probably my favorite pale ale. I don't know if it's quite up to Zombie Dust. It might be. I'd have to drink that again fresh. But this is awesome stuff, guys. Thanks for sharing. 93 for me. Another winner from Toppling Goliath. So please check out Eric and John's channel. I'll leave a link in the description of this video. And if you guys have ever had Lightspeed from Toppling Goliath, let me know what you think. It's good stuff. So I'm out of here. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. Cheers.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.